drop 47.
Oh, but you don't think he can?
No, to be honest, like, I'd rather have, I'd rather have Joel Embiid over Anthony Davis.
Ooh. But Anthony get you 50.
No, but but
Anthony
once again,
score.
What impact does he make on the game?
This team stinks.
But should he?
Who's a better defender?
Oh, I think Embiid's a better defender out of all of them.
Than Anthony Davis?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm there yet. Anthony Davis is a better offensive player.
I think Towns is better.
He's better offensively?
He's more versatile.
Okay, all right. That's a good question. I didn't even think about Anthony Davis. You're messing me up, man. You're messing me up.
I just say, for all how great these players are,
wow.
And these guys have been playing basketball. The thing that Embiid, he hadn't played basketball for a long time. I mean, Anthony Davis has been playing basketball since he was 8.
Yeah.
And you can't make a better impact on an average team. I mean, that's where, if you're that.
Are they average?
Oh, below average.
Okay, yeah.
They're terrible.
But you put Joel Embiid on that team's horrible.
But you put a peak Joel Embiid on that team.
Okay.
They're better. And I think we have peak.
Yeah, but see, what's peak Joel Embiid? We're talking about this a long time. But what is peak Joel Embiid?
What, number-wise?
Yeah.
I'd say 25, 13, and 2.5.
Isn't that what Anthony Davis is pretty much doing?
But but the 25 doesn't come in the right way. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
So this is a Bobby Abreu 25 and not a winning 25.
Yes. I don't want to call Anthony Davis Bobby Abreu, but God, I mean, have you looked at Anthony Davis's win-loss record?
Have you looked at the rest of that team?
I know.
The team's horrendous.
But, I mean.
And I love Anthony Davis, and I'm probably keeping up for him. I don't know if anybody can win with that team. I don't know if Carl Towns can do it. I don't know if Joel Embiid can do it. Like,
you know what? After the suit, we need to do the official
rankings?
broad straight line top 25.
All right, we got to do it. It's gonna be big man heavy, man. There's a lot of good
because
big
once
men.
again, this is the renaissance of the big man.
Big man is here. So
watch out for the big man.
So what about Jaleel Hans Okafor? He's a big man. He's 7 feet tall. We always forget about him.
Like, personally, if you're Jaleel Okafor, right, and you hear all this love for your I don't even think they're boys.
That wasn't playing about boys,
but it's aren't you Jam Brady? You're just yo, I had to suffer through 10 and 72.
Right.
Even Nerlens can have a beef. He's he can say trust the process. He wasn't trusting nothing.
Nerlens yo, I've been here for years. Literally.
No, I mean
day one.
And Jaleel Okafor is yo, I was here 1072. And he's yo, why can't I get some love?
Right.
No, I think there's an element of jealousy involved because it's oh man, now you want what's hot now? I was hot.
All these guys are high draft picks. All right, all these guys were
these guys got egos.
But all these guys were highly recruited out of high school. All these guys have been the focus, or at least one of the focuses.
Where did it go from? What was it January 2015 when it was Slurp Ja Fest forever?
Yeah, Ja Fest. Yeah, Ja Fest 2015.
I mean, everyone's oh man, we need Ja. And then somehow tournament kind of exposed them a little bit.
Yeah, the tournament came and you saw Towns go off. And you're all right, well, maybe not Ja.
And then for the longest time, we were okay, we don't even need to worry about this because we're going to get D'Angelo Russell.
Right.
But then the Lakers do a swerve. I mean, since this dude has had not a downfall, but it's been a difficult year and a half for Big Ja.
No, but then remember Summer League, Ja cooking up dudes, cooking up Porzingis. Out in Vegas, it's oh man, look at that footwork by Ja, man. Oh, it's gonna be crazy, man. We haven't seen literally. I want people to go back and watch Summer League Ja, year one, and remember how good he was.
I just want to see. I think for him, he needs to add an element of if you're going to be an offense only player, you need to add a jump shot.
You got to hit it from 18 feet.
He can't. He has that little punt.
Yeah, he has a little one-handed thing. Or if he gets the ball at 18 feet, he's just going to square up and try to break you down, which he's pretty decent at.
You know what?
But that can't be your only move.
They need to do a bobblehead of just Ja holding and palming the basketball.
The one-handed palm, which is pretty impressive. Anyhow, all right, that's enough basketball talk for this show because we got to talk about the Eagles who won their first game since November 13th. They were on a 5-game losing streak. They're still pretty good. Eagles beat the Giants 24-19 on Thursday. Eagles, I didn't know this. I saw the homie Brandon Gouton threw these stats on the Twitter. Eagles have won 14 out of their last 18 games versus the Giants. Have outscored the Giants 78-26 in the last 3 games.
But for some reason, can't beat the Redskins.
Can't beat the Redskins. But 6-2 in their last 8 games versus the Giants at the Link. They pretty much own this team. They own the Giants. And as you said, I think on this show last week, Eli was going to give you one, and he gave you more than one on Thursday. He gave you a few on Thursday.
No, I mean, but this is the ball control and needing, because that's the thing that the defense hasn't been doing in weeks, is making plays. I mean, they had that Jordan Hicks play, and I think that McKelvin, but those were few and far between. And I mean, I don't think they got any sacks on them, but I think they got pressure.
Brandon Graham had 4 pressures. He was in the backfield a lot. Nigel Bradham had 12 tackles. He was active on Thursday.
Treating everyone like Cabana boys.
Yes, but the defensive player of the game, Malcolm Jenkins, 7 tackles and 2 interceptions, including an early pick 6.
Remember when Malcolm Jenkins couldn't catch?
It was, yeah, I mean, he couldn't catch for it. Like, he had a lot of interceptions he dropped. He's one of the lead, the active leaders in pick 6s among safeties. Or I think he's 8th all time among safeties in pick 6s. Malcolm Jenkins, he's got a couple pick 6s this year. He had one against Eli on Thursday night. He was a defensive guy on the defensive player of the game for the Eagles. Eagles didn't do a whole lot offensively, but they did enough to get the job done. Thanks again in large part to Lane Johnson blowing up dudes in the running game. Eagles didn't have a whole lot of running yards, but they were effective when Darren Sproles got the ball. He had 40 yards rushing, including.
Do you bring Darren Sproles back next year?
Yeah, why not? You re-upped him, you gave him some more money.
Yeah.
So why not? Like Ryan Matthews, thank you for your service, as Tribe Called Quest would say. We'll take it from here.
I mean, I know, you feel I have a lot of mixed emotions about Ryan Matthews. You feel bad for a guy getting that, but it's once again, we say the definition of reliability is availability.
You got to be available, man. You got to be available.
How many times has Ryan Matthews been available in the last 2 years?
Not very. He injured his neck against the Giants.
But isn't this Ryan Matthews is an injury-prone football player?
That's his MO. That's his resume. Really good when he's there, but he's not there a lot. It's Ryan Matthews. Of course, the story of the game for us, Nelson Aguilar, 40-yard receiving touchdown. Not only that, though, he had a really nice catch along the sideline.
Difficult. No, I could say that was a. Remember, we keep saying when's the last time we saw someone help out? That was a help out Carson Wentz play.
That was a help out your quarterback play. That was a quality play.
Man, I hope he enjoyed his Christmas, man. Because
I hope he did too.
Because you know what? Enjoying that eggnog and enjoying that ham tastes a lot better when you made that catch.
But the problem is no one else is making catches, which made the game a little bit harder for Carson Wentz. No wide receiver, running back, or tight end on Thursday had more than 3 catches, and nobody had more than 40 yards other than Nelson Aguilar. These dudes can't. Where's the yak, man?
What about our favorite 3-letter player, man?
DGB. I don't have his numbers in front of me. They were terrible. Jordan Matthews was terrible.
I'm telling you, I don't want to keep. Is Jordan Matthews not as good as everyone thinks?
I think he's good. He's going to wind the end of the year up 900 yards, 1,000 yards. He's going to have good numbers.
But when you watch a game, when's the last time you saw Jordan Matthews make a tough catch in traffic, 3rd and 8? That's the thing. Is didn't we think he would be the security blanket?
Yeah,
that's a terrible security blanket.
Yeah.
It's got holes in it.
I mean, you want more of an impact from the dude. I get it.
Once again,
but he's a solid professional receiver. He's a professional,
like Ersan Ilyasova.
Yeah, he's like the professional, which I think is a good nickname, by the way.
No,
I like the nickname.
So I guess that has something to do with that movie.
Yes, he's a farm bull.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
like Helene or Juliette Binoche.
Yes, look at you, man. I'm impressed.
No, that made sense because I just thought it was like a DJ Clue. I mean, he looks professional, but okay. I remember
he's a veteran. He's a farm.
By the way, people need to stop ripping on my boy EI, man, because he's really good.
Yes, I don't understand what people hate.
See, man, I think we need to call him EI.
See, EI works, but you got the farm boy who's a shooter from deep. Like the movie The Professional. Come on, people.
T-Public. Someone needs to... Well, no, because he might only be here for 2 more months anyway. Get on that professional shirt.
He's a professional. Who was the Eagles guy? Who do we say was
Jordan Matthews.
Jordan Matthews. Yeah, Jordan Matthews is the professional.
Shoot, he might be less professional than Ilyasova.
He probably is. Ilyasova is their professional. No, Jordan Matthews is an NFL-capable quality wide receiver.
If you had to compare him on another wide receiver on another team, is he Terrence Williams?
He's better than Terrence Williams. He's I'm trying to think, like a poor man Steve Smith. Like I don't know. I'm
like
trying
the
to
old
think.
Steve Smith or Steve
No,
Smith?
Steve now. Like a poor man, because he ain't gonna like beat you deep. Like Steve Smith.
Because I would even say, I was going to say Emmanuel Sanders, but Emmanuel Sanders is like a million times
Yeah,
better.
but Emmanuel Sanders will beat you deep. Like guys who can't beat you deep, but will get you yards
Is he a
underneath.
better Brian Hartline?
Like a rich, yeah, I was gonna say like a rich man's like
Like he's a possession-y receiver, won't ever beat you deep.
he won't beat you deep.
I've never seen him break tackles.
He won't beat you deep. He'll get open, but not open.
Is he
Not
Muhammad?
like a
is
not
he
like a
a
Welker
better
open?
Muhammad Sanu?
I guess, but yeah, but I don't want to sell him short either. That feels like I'm selling him short, and he's not terrible, but
But I mean, once again,
make a play.
We watch games. When's the last time he made an impactful play?
Well, he didn't do it against the Giants. They were 4-12 on third down, which is terrible. You really shouldn't win a game. You go 4-12 on third down, but that's what the Eagles did. Meanwhile, the Giants have an impactful receiver named Odell Beckham, who they threw to 20 times because they saw Leotis McKelvin on him.
Will the Eagles ever have a player that you'll be able to throw to him 20 times?
No.
20 targets.
Like the last time, like any Eagles receiver has 20 targets, it had to be T.O., right? It had to be T.O. because nobody since.
20 times.
20 targets. He caught 11 for 150.
But obviously that wasn't enough because then after the game he proceeded to bang his head on a wall.
Yeah, upset. Very upset at that wall. Very
That
disconsolate.
dude is tripping, man.
He's a really funny dude. He's a funny dude.
But I mean, we need a funny dude.
We need one. Maybe Deshaun's that guy.
Because you just see, like, within a second, you're holding your breath. Whenever you see this guy run a slant, you're like, oh, remember that play he broke 5 tackles?
Yeah. Like when he catches the ball over the middle on the slant, like it really, like he could really go the different distance every single time. Like it's an amazing. He has an
All I
amazing
can say
skill.
is there was a guy who's going to come back to the Link next year.
That's right.
Who wanted him, but Howie wouldn't let him trade up to get him.
Who is that?
Odell Beckham.
No, I'm saying who's the guy who
Charles.
wanted him?
Charles P.
And he's gonna get booed out of the building. He's gonna get booed
You
out
know
of the
what,
building.
man? I'm going to treat him like I did McNabb. I'm going to give him a golf clap.
He'll be the only one. Eagles Cowboys Sunday 1:00 New Year's Day at the Link. Eagles 6-9 have nothing to play for. Cowboys 13-2 they have nothing to play for. The Cowboys say they're going to play their starters. However, Mark Sanchez is probably going to be the number 2 quarterback behind Dak Prescott because they don't want to hurt Tony Romo.
Dude, how bad does Anthony feel right now, man? He can't even get Mark's like this is like yo, Tony, man. I know you've been wanting to play, but we're gonna put Mark in the
We're
game.
gonna put Mark in the game. We're gonna let Mark cook, man. But yo, if something happens in the playoffs, man, you are our guy. You are our guy.
How many times is this dude calling his Ari be like, "You gotta get me that leap out of here"?
Just don't send me to Houston, please. I don't even know what the line is. I don't even know if you can put a line on this game. Did the Eagles win this game? Did they go 7-9?
I do. I think they do.
Big 7-9 on this game. You know what? You're probably right.
Because it's just the Eagles are a average team, and you know what average is? 7-9.
7-9.
And you know what they'll point to is, oh, we did better than. No, they were the same.
Yeah, they were 7-9.
Jesus, that stinks.
Yeah, 7-9. But given everything that's happened this year, 5 right tackles, no Lane Johnson for 10 games, Carson Wentz, being a rookie quarterback, 18 different running backs.
Leotis McKelvin.
Yeah, Leotis McKelvin.
Giving up. I'll say, you know what? The goal next season is add to the plus plays and reduce the bomb plays.
Yes. You reduce the plus plays on the other side that you give up and add to them on the offensive side. And you'll be all right. You'll be 9-7.
Isn't that what should be on Howie's PDP right now?
Plus plays?
No, plus plays. Plus and minus.
Yeah, plus plays on the good and the bad. Plus plays on the good, plus plays on the bad.
Howie, by any means, you do that.
And how we can fix this in the draft, of course, Eagles will currently pick number 14 overall, courtesy of the Minnesota Vikings in the Sam Bradford trade. That pick, given what happened,
How are you the real MVP? I mean, how stupidly insane is that trade right now?
It was dumb when it happened, and then the Vikings went 5-0. I'm like, all right, it was less dumb. But now it's back to being dumb again.
Because worst case, what do you do now? You have to keep him.
Yeah, you don't have a choice. You have to keep him. You can't just get rid of a dude, like a random dude, and not make the playoffs and give up a top 15 first round pick.
This is the kind of deal that gets you fired.
Yeah, this is a fireable offense. That pick could be as high as 9 and could be as low as 18.
So what
depending
you're
on how it all
saying
shakes
is
out.
we could end up. So basically, you gave up what for a franchise quarterback? Like a third round pick?
Yeah, because the Eagles picked to the Browns, currently sitting at number 10, and of course that can go up if the Eagles win on this weekend. So you can wind up with a higher pick than what the pick you gave up to the Browns. The Eagles could be 9.
What a time! No, but isn't this what Howie puts in front of Jeff on his annual review?
Yeah, but then Jeff says, all right, well, what about these dudes? And he slides the whole Jaquan Jarrett, Danny Watkins,